What's up guys, Visual Maximus here, welcome to Character Bios, another episode. I believe I'm on episode 3 if I'm not wrong, or episode 2. So in this episode we're going to be discovering who Miles Morales, otherwise known as the Ultimate Spider-Man, is. So let's get straight into it. Miles Morales first appears in Ultimate Comics Fallout issue 4, which was published in August 2011. In which he foils a murder by Kangaroo, a short time after Peter Parker's death. He wears a costume Spider-Man suit similar to Peter Parker's, but considers changing it when spectators tell him it is in bad taste. So the opening story arc of Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, which premiered on September 2011, is set prior to Ultimate Fallout issue 4 and details how Miles received his superhuman abilities. After Oscorp scientist Dr. Marcus used Peter Parker's blood to recreate the OZ formula that created Spider-Man, the Prowler steals the formula, and in the process, one of the spiders created by Marcus crawls into the Prowler's duffel bag. Days later, the Prowler's nephew, grade schooler Miles Morales, is bitten by the spider during a visit to Aaron's apartment. Morales develops a superhuman ability similar to those Peter Parker has, but does not tell his parents, Jefferson and Rio, due to his father's distrust of superheroes, confiding only in his best friend, Gank Lee. Miles, who just wants a normal life, is unhappy about having these abilities and initially nauseated at the idea of risking his life to engage in superheroics, a reaction that Bendis wrote to further contrast Miles with Parker. However, after witnessing Spider-Man's death at the hands of the Green Goblin, the guilt-ridden Miles realizes he could have helped. After Gank suggests he assumes the mantle of Spider-Man and learns from Gwen Stacy why Parker did what he did, Miles is inspired to try his hand at costumed crime fighting. During his first foray into costumed superheroics, he is confronted not only by those who feel his use of the Spider-Man costume is in bad taste, but also by Spider-Woman, a member of the government superhuman team, the Ultimates, over his use of the Spider-Man identity. Spider-Woman unmasks and arrests Miles and takes him to S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters, where Nick Fury reveals that he knows all about Miles and his family, including his uncle's criminal activity. After he helps S.H.I.E.L.D. subdue the escaped supervillain Electro, S.H.I.E.L.D. releases Miles and gives him a modified black and red version of the Spider-Man costume, which Gank feels makes Miles officially the new Spider-Man. He also receives a blessing of the Earth 616 Peter Parker during the 2012 Spider-Man miniseries, in which Parker briefly visits the Ultimate Marvel Universe and meets Miles. After the newspaper begins reporting the emergence of a new Spider-Man, Aaron deduces that it is really Miles, and offers to train Miles and work with him. After Aaron uses Miles in his ongoing conflict with the Mexican crime lord Scorpion, Miles realizes he is being exploited and refuses to assist his uncle further. Despite Aaron's threat to inform Miles' father of his secret, this leads to an altercation between the uncle and nephew that results in the malfunction of Aaron's weapons, which explode, killing Aaron. In subsequent storylines, Miles subsequently becomes acquainted with Peter Parker's loved ones, Mary Parker, Gwen Stacy, and Mary Jane Watson, who knows of his secret identity and gives him Parker's web shooters. He also encounters Captain America, who reluctantly agrees to train Miles. In the 2013 storyline, or 2013, investigative reporter Betty Brandt incorrectly concludes that Miles' father, Jefferson, is a new Spider-Man. However, publisher J. Jonah Jameson, in light of the death of Peter Parker, refuses to publish her theory, on the grounds that it will merely ruin a family's life and deprive the city of another hero. When Brandt tries to publish her findings in a book, she is murdered by former Oscorp and then Roxxon scientist Dr. Conrad Marcus, who has become the newest host to the Venom symbiote. In the subsequent Venom war storyline, Venom learns of Brandt's finding and confronts Jefferson at his home. Where Spider-Man repels the creature, Jefferson is critically injured and hospitalized in the battle. And Miles is confronted by former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent turned New York police detective Maria Hill, who has deduced his secret. When Venom later appears at the hospital, Spider-Man again confronts him, which Miles' mother, Rio, also learns that her son is Spider-Man. By the end of the brawl, Marcus is separated from the symbiote and killed by police gunfire, as is Rio, who tells Miles not to reveal his secret to his father before dying. The storyline then jumps ahead 1 year. Miles has a girlfriend named Katie Bishop and is planning on telling her about his former life as Spider-Man. Though he has not engaged in heroics in a year, he is pressured to return to that life, both by S.H.I.E.L.D. and by circumstance. He reluctantly does so, after Gang and Spider-Woman convinces him that there needs to be a Spider-Man. Along with Spider-Woman, Bombshell and Cloak and Dagger, Miles helps arrest Donald Roxxon, the head of the Roxxon Corporation, who reveals that he knows Miles' identity and that he was one who hired Aaron to break into Oscorp the night that the spider who gave Miles his powers was accidentally brought to Aaron's home. He also reveals that he was responsible for the creation of Bombshell, Cloak and Dagger, which involves kidnapping underage people, and experimenting on them using untested genetic technology. After Roxxon's arrest, Miles thanks Ganke for his support and affirms in earnest that he is the new Spider-Man. So in the Catalysm storyline, the mainstream Marvel Galactus comes to Earth to consume it for its energy. During the course of this story, Miles comes to believe the world is coming to an end and reveals his double life to his father, who believes him to be responsible for the death of Aaron and Rio, and disowns him. Miles also journeys into the mainstream Marvel universe with Reed Richards to acquire information on how to repel Galactus. Wow, that was a long bio, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's pretty much the main sort of story for Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. A lot of people never took to liking this character from the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, if I was reading comics back then, I probably would have not liked him as well. But I really like the Ultimate Spider-Man series, so I thought I'd give this guy a go and give him a character bio. So like the video, share your thoughts down below, subscribe if you're new, and yeah guys, peace.